wanted to talk about God's blessings in my life. I feel as if there are quite a few stories to share in this regard, and I will start with work. So I've been with my company for about 8 years, and during the last 2 years of that employment regime, it started to get very stressful in the workplace, in the sense that many of my colleagues were being made redundant. And so I was just waiting for my time to come, but it just wouldn't seem to appear. And earlier this year, God finally answered my prayer, and He allowed me to be, my role was placed at risk. And so that came with the reward of being on gardening leave for about 5 months. So with 5 months of paid leave and the fact that I'm getting married earlier next year, I thought that could not have come at a better time, because then I'm now able to prepare for the wedding with my soon-to-be wife, which is the main and biggest blessing in my life. And further to that, with so much time off, I've been able to visit relatives, reconnect with relatives at my home country in Jamaica, help my dad work on his visa to come to England for the wedding. And then further to that, I also wanted to, for the longest while, work on my driving license. But due to the stressful nature of work, I always kept that as a priority, that, well, as an objective that I was not necessarily going to pursue with the greatest level of priority. But again, with the redundancy, I was able to focus on my driving. And given the fact that test dates were also difficult to book in London, I was able to then find time to book a test date outside of London, and then pass my driving exam for the first time. And then last but not least, given the fact that I am unemployed, there was a concern as to, well, what will be the next opportunity? And quite recently, I've had interviews with different companies, and God has led me to the right opportunity where I successfully placed and have received a contract for a company that wants me to have a start date after the wedding. So with all things considered, I feel as if this is one of the greatest seasons in my life, where I believe I should be more than happy to testify in terms of how God has been good to me. And I believe that in His Word, He always dictates that we should trust in the Lord with all our heart, lean not on our own understanding. And this season has also taught me to seek Him first in everything that I do. And in doing so, everything else has been added and will continue to be added in my life. So I think it's really important to share stories, and I'm just quite pleased to be able to be here to testify about these wonderful experiences in my life.